call opened pretty cold though. Hi Laura, it's how's it going? Just following up. That's where I would need to know more about Laura. In 3 sessions, I should already know, like, what does Laura do for a living? What are her hobbies? Does she have grandkids or kids? Like, how did the hockey tournament go on the weekend? Right. I would have had that quick, and I know you don't have a lot of time to do these calls, but I would have had like a quick 10 to 30 seconds, which is really just small talk. Then I would have gone in too. And then when she told me her pain was actually doing really well, I would have actually celebrated that. Be like, oh, that's fantastic. What are you now doing that your pain's under control? What have you now seen change at your house? I actually would have started to do this as a bit of like almost a cheerleading session in a way, right? Whereas, I'm not really making any recommendations because you don't want the college to say, well, Drew, what are you documenting here? You're giving advice type of thing, but just to sort of see where she's going to go. And the other sort of piece of feedback though, where you guys got to it was, well, I'm going to send you a link and I want you to call the clinic. She's not calling the clinic. I'm going to have the clinic call you. When's the best time for that? I have to put the control in my side. Otherwise, she's on your follow-up list next week. Why is your follow-up list still at 12, right? But the part, though, that I do agree with on Sarush's side, too, is I never quiver when someone says they're out of funding. Automatically, okay, let's get you back in. Let's make sure you've got a clear pathway of how we're going to make sure that you continue to improve, because how far is, when's tennis back on? Okay, May. All right, let's make sure that you've got the right program. Let's look, remember those like couple signs that we did? And you guys are going to learn from Sarush and I too in treatment plan 201, just how important clinical signs are, comparable signs are. Things that Laura understands that I also will measure objectively. Because if she has no context to like where there's capacity issues, and just like Catherine said at the beginning, knowing that there's this capacity or this load growth is a lot easier for people to understand. Because now when you recommend kinesiology to me, I'm actually really interested. And you could see by Laura, like, oh, someone else can help me, even if I am out of funding for you. There was no concern in her case to say, like, I just want to do this on my own. She was like, what are my other options? So I think it's important, though, that you've got that piece to say, okay, well, you're now able to do X. Is it becoming easier for you at home? Well, not really. I still find a lot of weakness. Good. Let's bring you back in. And if she says, no, I still can't do it, the question I would have for you guys to really clarify with your owners or your clinic leaders is, what's the harm in doing a 15-minute free consult virtually? Right? Because if you're truly, really thinking about, I need to make sure she's best situated, trust me, you all can find 15 minutes in your schedule. You're all here today, right? And the key thing is can I do that to set her up for success? And even if Laura doesn't come back, I guarantee you she tells her friend just how good you were. Boom, there's your second referral.